Alright, so Cataclysm is looming right around the corner, and there is a bunch of things that's going to change. The whole world map is being revamped, and there are a bunch of raids and dungeons that are being removed from the games, factions, you name it. And there are a bunch of guides on YouTube telling you to do all of these things, invest in these things, and you might be a little bit confused about what to actually do. We curated this little list of a few items that you can focus on getting before the pre-patch. And these items are not part of the raids or the dungeons that are being removed. They are actually more unique items that drop in the world or from quests that have models that are being completely removed from the game. If you want to pick these up to make your transmog look unique and cool, keep watching. We're going to do this in chronological order, so we're going to start with the cloth items. We're going to do leather item, mail item, and plate item, so everyone can get something for their specific armor type. And if you wonder how we found out about these items, I want to make a big shout out to Yatterer on Reddit for making this list. He made a list of all of the items that are being removed. But mind you, just because the item is being removed doesn't mean that the appearance is going to be removed. So make sure to check that out in the list. I'm going to show you the list right now and how it works. I will link this down in the description to his drive. And here is a bunch of Google Sheets that has lists of all the items that are being removed. So quickly, before we enter the video, how this works is, let's say you want a leather specific item, you enter the leather Google Sheet, and here is a bunch of information. And down at the bottom you will have these little tabs that you can go into. So first, for example, let's say we want a leather helm. These are the helmets that are being removed. So let's take the helm of natural regeneration as an example. This is a drop from Jan Alai, and he is a boss in Sulaman, and you also get a link to the WoW head of this item. So you can enter this link and you can go down at the bottom and you can see here, this is the same model as Mask of Primal Power. So just make sure that if there is the same model down at the bottom, that model also is being removed with the pre-patch if you want to have this unique appearance. So let's get into this list of a few items that we think that you should get. We try to make these items faction neutral, so that whether you play Horde or Alliance, you can get these items. So first off, we have the Iron Weave Cowl. This is a head slot item for cloth wearers, and it's completely black. So this first item drops from a boss in Blackrock Spire. It's Lord Valtalak, I think it's, if I don't butcher his name. And the only way to kill this boss is if you summon him with the Brazier of Beckoning. And this item is provided through completing a quest chain, and the quest chain is Mea Culpa, which actually is Latin for my fault. Just a fun fact for you. So that item is faction neutral, but the next item here is only for Alliance, but I figured I'd bring it into the list because it's a super cool item. It works with a bunch of transmog, and it's the Silk Mantle of Gan. This is from completing a quest in the wetlands that is called Uncovering the Past, and I think it's the first quest in the quest chain, so just go grab that if you want it. If you haven't completed the quest and removed the item already, then sorry, can't help you. But moving on into leather. For this armor type, we only picked out one item that we think is super cool to get, and that has a unique appearance again. And the item is Halicoon's Muscle. And this is a quest reward that is from Warlord's Command or Maxwell's Mission, depending if you are a Horde or if you are an Alliance. And just as it implies, it's started at either Warlord Goretooth in Badlands, and the Alliance quest Maxwell's Mission is started at Marshal Maxwell, and he is located in Burning Steps. The quest basically just requires you to kill a bunch of bosses inside of Blackrock Spire, so get that if you're a leather wearer. So next up on the list we have the mail armor type. For this one we actually didn't pick items off the list, we picked items that we thought were cool that also is going away, and it's the Bloodlust set for mail wearers. These are an uncommon world drop in the old world zones, so I'm not 100% sure, but I think these are going away with the pre-patch as well. And the easiest way to get these pieces is actually through the auction house, because they have a really low drop chance from mobs that are between level 50 and 59. And they drop from all over the world. But if you're going to farm all of these pieces, you're probably better off farming gold and buying them off the auction house. But this set is completely red, it looks super cool, and you are guaranteed to stick out in the crowd with this set. And since the pieces are red, they work with a bunch of black items, so we're sticking to the theme. For the plate items, the ones that I think are worth farming are basically just one item. And that is the Breastplate of the Chromatic Flight. And it's basically this one right here. And also, it's not a plate item, but also get the Cruel Barb for this set. There are some pretty unique set combinations or transmog combinations that you can do with this chest piece. And it's pretty hard to get, but I'm gonna show you how you can do it and how you can try to manage to get this before the pre-patch. So you are going to want to start in Searing Gorge at the northern entrance to Blackrock Mountain. So you enter in through the gate. Once you get into the main hall, you turn left and walk up the chain. Jump down here, go behind his little leg. Then you jump up on this balcony and you are at the entrance of Upper Blackrock Spire. So you enter into the dungeon and you hold left. Once you get into this room, there will be a bunch of runes on the ground in these cells. You need to kill all the mobs in these cells in order to open the door up there. Kill the mobs in all the cells and the doors will be open. Once you get to this boss, you press this little item, the Blackrock altar down here, until you can attack the mobs. Once you have killed all of them, there will be a little while before the boss actually activates, so you can just wait. Continue into the dungeon and hold right. From here I will just aggro all of these mobs because I can kill them all. So just walk up these stairs. And then you jump down into the Blackrock Stadium. And the boss will activate. So once you've killed all the waves, you will initiate the boss. You will need to wait for a while before the boss spawns, but be mindful here because this will be the hard part of attaining this breastplate. Because this boss drops the one item that you need. You need one chromatic carpus, and this boss is the only one who drops this item. And it's a really low drop chance. But if he drops the carpus, hold on to it. Pray. No carpus this time either. So once you've killed the boss, you will just enter out through this door right here. And on the other side of these two thugs right here, Albi is his name. That's a little whelpling, a dead, half-dead whelpling. He will give you the quest. And your quest from him will be to go to Winterspring, into this cave right here on the map. And you will follow that cave down all the way to the bottom and you will see some runes on the ground. Stand on those runes and you will be teleported to the top of the mountain where you speak to the NPC that's on top of the mountain, and she will teleport you over to Western Plaguelands and you will land somewhere in the water here and you will move over to the ruins of Andorhal, about right here. In that house on the top floor there is a book that will ultimately give you this quest. The quest's name is Breastplate of the Chromatic Flight, and it gives you the Breastplate of the Chromatic Flight. You will also need to get 10 brilliant chromatic scales. These can be bought from the auction house. On my server they cost 10G. You also need Blood of Heroes. These are puddles of blood that you can find in both Western and Eastern Plaguelands. And here I will show you on the screen here a map of a route that you can take in order to farm these Blood of Heroes. You also need the Frayed Abomination Stitchlings. These drop from these mobs in Stratholm. So the main thing that you will want to get is the one chromatic carpus from Gith. So the mount that this guy rides on. I would recommend that you run Stratholm as well to get the Frayed Abomination Stitchlings. But the other items you can pretty much guaranteedly get before the pre-patch if you just farm them. So get those first. And then also run through Dead Mines in order to get the Cruel Barb from Edwin Van Cleef. And all of the other pieces for this specific set that I showed you should be attainable even after the pre-patch. Okay, so thank you for watching. If you think we forgot some item, please let us know down below. We might want to get it as well. And if this video helped you out in any way, press the like button, press the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. We make content for a bunch of games and we are soon at 1,000 subscribers. I want to say soon because it will happen within this year. So please press the subscribe button if you want to help us out to reach our goal. And once again, Huge shout out to Yatterer on Reddit for this list. Without it, we would not have been able to make this video. And until next time, peace.